So right now, just moving a whole bunch of the stuff from these boxes and stuff like that into their actual boxes, because for some reason never did this in the past year or two since I've had these. So just finished with a whole bunch of that stuff, and so yeah, the counter is much emptier now. I'm able to actually see everything I have to work with. Thinking back, I now remember why I never did this before. It's because a lot of stuff was already partially sorted, but the trade-off is I kept on missing stuff every time I was listing stuff, which leads to more work down the road or less stuff listed. So ultimately, I just mixed it up. It's not like it's going to be impossibly difficult to separate or impossibly possible. I don't know. But anyways, it's fine. And because it's not like it was 100% sorted anyways. There's lots of very similar stuff together and stuff like that. So it still had to be sorted to some extent. But now with that, it is much less again in the to list pile. It was modified a little bit because I was able to find a whole bunch of round parts that I had missed before. Not all of these are round parts, but then some of the stuff is missorted stuff because I never knew I had it when I was listing it, but then I was able to find more round in there. This stuff is more stuff that was missed when it was being listed. This one's round stuff. This here is plant parts that I didn't know I had because it was hidden away. And these two are tiles. And yes, there is flat silver 1x1 tiles, which I needed the other day, that are in there. So yeah, then that's all stuff there to work on. And then also a whole bunch of 2x plates that I missed, and I don't know if I'm going to actually go through and list these because I just finished with all of the 2x plates, and now I found another box of 2x plates. But there's that, and then these two here are just other plates that were about to be sorted. That wasn't part of it really, and that just fell a little bit. And then these here are some sets. So there's that stuff, and then yeah, just some stuff moved to the counters and everything like that. Then all of the 2x, there's this box, that box, and then I think there's 2 boxes or 3 boxes over there are already technically sorted because there's all the 2x2, the 2x4 and stuff like that. So those are already sorted to some extent. So I didn't really put them back here for now because that will probably be next step after the plates. So there's all of that, and yeah, lots of empty containers. I've tried figuring out what to do with these things in the past. No one really wants them, and they're bulky. They cost a fortune to ship. They're not really expensive. Their retail price is like $5 to $10 a piece. So either going to donate them or put them in the recycle like last time. So there's that, and emptied a whole bunch of bags. And so this really helps better see just how much is actually left in the bulk backlog, and it's not really that much. So yeah, what I was talking about in the previous vlog about not having too much left to go is starting to seem a lot more obvious now. I'll try to back up a little bit just to get a somewhat better picture. So there's that, and I think I have a photo on my splash page of what the backlog was like 2 years ago. Should be around here. Yeah, like for example, you can see it was 2 there. There's actually a table holding more, and underneath there's multiple stacks. Stack here, stack here, stack here. There's stuff on the counter, and there's stuff in the other room. So yeah, it was lots of stuff to get through. So yeah, just shows how very little in comparison is left now. Although it's all over the place now in comparison, but a lot has been listed. So everything's now being tidied up a bit. Things put back over there. So this here is all of the round stuff that I'll be sorting next, and the boxes removed and those ones cleaned up, and so yeah, all of the 2x stuff is over here. So it's 6 boxes of 2x bricks, and so oh yeah, the 1x6 plates are now fully sorted and just gonna be stacked, and then I can list that stuff. But since I ended up doing this, took some time away, I'm probably not going to be getting to sorting these for a little while yet because I do want to process the order here first and stuff like that. So that will be delayed a little bit more. So yeah, then just looking at the price guide, someone is an even cheaper price now. So yeah, definitely going to be dropping in price for a little while before it starts to steady out. But the question will be, how much will it drop in price, and how long till it returns to what it was before. We can see one other person in Canada got 15 of them, and so yeah, that's what it's in Canada. One other person got 5 of them, but not too many of them. Got 315, but those should hopefully start showing up in the next several weeks. But then what I decided to do is get 1 built for eBay, and then just get 10 for Bricklink for now. Might actually do a few less. I'll just see how many I can fit into the drawer. So I ended up listing 8 of them for $29.99. And then, yeah, there's a decent chance, I'm not 100% sure yet, but I might just hold on to these guys for about a year or so, and see what happens. Let's see what Gar Saxon, which I've held on to for a year, has done. Over here, so he's at $55 right now. He hasn't really gone up too much in the last few months, but that's fine because everyone started to put theirs on the market now. But should be able to get about $50 or so a piece if I want to sell. I think it's 37 of them or so. Yeah, see what happens if I do something similar with these guys. So I'll just get these 8 listed for now, and then the one which I already put in there on eBay, and then see what happens with the rest. If they sell really well, I might list a few more now, but I know for sure that I'm going to be, if I sell them like this and with waiting a while, I'm going to have these guys for many years. But yeah, going through this order, I must be blind because I only thought that the one part that I had ordered, this cape here, had damage, and I was fine with that because I didn't need it for anything other than dimensions. But then looking at this, they went and highlighted all the stuff. One second, let me see if I can find this one. Johnny Thunder torso. That's right here, and as you can see, it was listed as damaged. So that's one, and then the dark purple one I might have seen, but I honestly couldn't say. So that's 2. And then 3, 4. Yeah, so 4 of them I never really even noticed them having a description. But honestly, that's not too crazy out of, how many was it again? Out of 64 lots. So it's not too bad that I missed that. It's not a big deal, but yeah. Hopefully the quality is good. They seem to be paying very good attention to quality, so we will see. So just finished going through the order. Overall, pretty good. There were a few damaged parts. Not everything in here was damaged. Like, for example, for this minifigure here, it's just the legs that were damaged. Same with this one. The torso might have actually had a little bit of wear on that. This here was all one. There's another part to it. Oh, it's over there. So this here is all one, but the legs were damaged. Let's see if I can get a good angle there. You can see that. It's not picking up quite as well. Let's see if I can get it there. You can see a little bit better there. It's got some dings on it. So then just some minor stuff like that. Some of them were in poorer condition than others and stuff like that. But overall, for 75 lots, there being 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8... that was one lot. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 parts damaged. And a few of these might have been other ones that are here for some other reason or something like that. That's below half, which is overall pretty good considering that on average when I get used orders in the mail, at least half of it is damaged. So overall, not too bad for the quality on this one. I'll message the seller with photos regarding some of these parts, and I'll try to show some of those photos in a minute, but I'll quickly try to get dimensions for this guy. So just a quick overview of the parts since it's difficult to show it in person, but as you can see here, this one here, this one was the most difficult one to really get on camera because it looks fine from a distance almost, but then when you get closer, it doesn't really pick up on the camera, but it's just really worn. So on this, you can see a little bit how there is like just wear on here, but it's just at that weird thing that it's almost impossible for the camera to pick up unless you get the perfect lighting. But you can see a couple of the scuffs and stuff like that with here and here and here and stuff like that. But then on the back, there's also a dent. And then the one headgear, it was like that on the front as well. Then this one, you can see the bite mark here and here. No, that's not a mold mark. I compared it to several other helmets. This one, you can see a gash up here. It's not too visible in the photo, but it is definitely not just a small line or anything like that. It's cut into it. This one, the neck is has a bite mark or a crush or something. This one's a lot of small dings and stuff like that on the back. This one here has the one here and another one on the back from a bite mark. This one has several dents. This one here has just got huge areas, 3 of them at least, of just where it's like been sanded down or something. This one here is just completely covered in marks everywhere. This one leg is cracked, side of the torso cracked, both feet cracked. This one here, this is where the lighting really is good for some of them, where if you just look at it straight on, you don't really see anything. Let me see if I can get this torso here, because that is this torso here. Let me try a bit better, which might look fine and stuff like that, but if you get the lighting right, you can better see how it's just completely covered in scratches. This one has several bite marks on it. Cracked leg, cracked arm, 2 cracked legs, and then some bite marks at the bottom of the legs. So nothing too crazy considering it was a $175 order. But then all in all, that's 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 20 photos. 2 of them are of the one part. So that brings it down to 19 parts. So 19 out of 50, out of 64 isn't that bad. So I'll just see what we can do with these and hopefully get it resolved and then get back to work. Actually, I forgot how to count. 3 of the other photos are of the Deputron. So if you consider that like that, so that's 1. Then wait, no, 1, 2, no, wait. Yeah, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Wait, I already lost count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I am bad at counting. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So it's only 17 parts. So even better yet. And so I'd say that this here is a average / above average quality order. So I was able to rebuild quite a few minifigures and add parts to other ones that were missing stuff. So overall, a pretty good order. And so now I'll get this stuff put away and then can finally start on some of the round bricks. So just finished with the first containers that were already somewhat sorted. So that was just with these guys left now. And some of the highlights were found. This guy here, it's from a Millennium Falcon. It's like a $7 sticker. What's interesting is how that middle one is very off-center. Not sure what I'll do, but it sells for about $7. So that was nice. Then there is one of these copper domes, which sells for about $2. And then there was one of these Emperor Palpatine holographic ones. And those things, the price is all up in the air. I think it's somewhere between $2 and like $10 or something like that. Yeah, then I'm going to start on these guys now. Just finished with the first box, now on to the second. Mortal Brittle Brown removed from circulation. Just finished the second shoebox, and it's 10:15, so I'm definitely not finishing tonight, but it's now on to the final box of all of the round parts. Despite trying my best, I do not think I can manage to dump this out in this space here because this container was only up to about here or so, and I've only taken out this much, and it's already completely filled up the work area. So my hope of being able to dump the entire thing out is definitely not going to happen. But that isn't going to stop me from still trying. This is the reason you never give up on your dreams. Somehow, after some slight modifications, managed to get the entire thing on this table. Had to move just several containers around on this side and that side, but overall, not too many modifications, and the entire container is somehow on this table. It's not easier, and it's a lot more difficult than having it only what can fit in front of you at one time, but it's more fun, and that's important. So now there's just a lot of Lego. I'm not dealing with it today though, so it's a problem for me for tomorrow. But then I just want to see, hopefully I can get a somewhat good angle. Let me remove these and see. Nothing actually fell there. That is surprising. This one's gonna fall. Let's try to at least. There we go. Well, just a little bit. But surprisingly, not that much. So I'm just gonna try to move a little bit now so that what would have moved randomly throughout the night won't fall and stuff like that. Just try to level it out a little bit. And I'm not going to be removing those two things because that is just asking for more problems. But yeah, somehow managed that. I have no idea how that happened. Yogurt time. So then also sold another Galileo set. So that is here now. And then as for the damaged parts, contacted the seller, worked everything out. I'll be returning these. They've already sent a refund. So that was all sorted out. So that's all good now. And it looks like nothing fell overnight. So that is good. I was really expecting half of it to have fallen off the table by the time I got down, and there's just a random thing over there. I'm not sure what that is. So yeah, surprising that nothing fell. So that is quite nice, because otherwise I would have had to clean that up. And that's not Lego. So that's garbage. So yeah, then I am probably going to just quickly add this one here to my pile, which is up here. I almost forgot where it was for a second, of Golden Lloyd things. Then that's recycle. And then in this bag here is all of these heads. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I think, heads. And so according to this, it should weigh 327 grams. Because I've got a theory that although done somewhat by employees, I'm thinking that they don't actually count them. They just weigh them in their different weight things. So let's just check that. 343. They might add a few extra. I don't know, but at least that's done. So I'll get to work on the order and then this stuff. Looking at this paper, all of them are quantity of 76, but for some reason, one of these is significantly lighter than the others. It might be because it's only printed on one side. I'm not entirely sure. We can actually just see real quick. That is one of these heads here. It is the one with the mustache, but that describes all of this guy right here. Okay, yeah, that one's only printed on one side, so that might be why that one's lighter, but just interesting how that's lighter, because yeah, my theory is that they just weigh all the different stuff and then add it to the bag, and then that's how they get stuff, because from the normal Pick-a-Brick, the bestseller one, the counts are always significantly inaccurate. You'll get plus or minus a quantity of 10 per 100 that you order and stuff like that. Standard's almost always exact within a quantity of 1 to 2 per 100, but yeah, definitely interesting. But then when processing a order in the mail, always got to grab the container for rebuilding stuff. This shouldn't go here for right now. I'll set that in this box because I can just reuse the box of the stuff within the mail today. I always do trim it down a little bit with the box trimmer knife thing. I don't know what it's called. This thing here, because then you can use this blade here to go around the side of the box, and then you can use the normal knife, which I finally got a new blade, and then trim the sides of the box. So you basically go let me set this down. You go with the end like that across the box on all four sides, and then you slice up from the sides, and then you can easily make the box smaller because this just perforates it. It doesn't actually cut it. And then that's how you can shrink the box to get slightly cheaper shipping. So I can just reuse those boxes because they're perfect for that. But yeah, went to this store for this dark green headgear piece because I ordered, it's over here, this cape thing because I needed both parts for dimensions for the 2 Time Twins guys from Ninjago because they didn't have it yet. And so then I had one of these for sale. I didn't have any of these, so I ordered one of these, but then when I ordered it, I had already sold one of these, so then I had to order one of these, and so now that I've got both, so that's what I went to the store for that mask, and then they had a few other parts I needed, so yeah, then I'll go ahead and see what I can rebuild with this. So with that order, I was able to rebuild one minifigure. This one here, I was able to find the hilt, so I was able to rebuild him, but that was separate. But that order was very, very poor quality. I think there's 20 items in the order, and I think 2 or 3 of them were undamaged. Everything else was just damaged, so definitely not ordering from that store again. But now with these parts, I can get dimensions for the 2 Time Twin guys, and then that will be time to start working on these. So now, while I was actually working at the computer, every now and then I would accidentally hit the table a little bit too much. And since this table is connected to this, and this is touching these, and these are touching the table, then I had like about half a dozen bricks fall off the table while I was processing the order. But now it's time to start, and I'm worried that if I breathe wrong, something's gonna fall. So let's just pick up a really random thing that's gonna probably cause a lot of issues. And that fell. And then let's grab that. And yeah, this is definitely going to be quite a undertaking. But once this is done, then I can get back to listing, and we'll see how many containers it fills up. More brittle parts taken out of circulation. On today's episode of What Is Even That? That is what was inside of this one brick. It almost looks a little bit wet still somehow, even though this stuff has not touched water in several years. It is just another thing that, yeah, it's a several dollar brick, but I just really could not want to deal with that for even several dollars. It's just not worth it. Mugs. So it's now about 9 p.m. and I've got this much left, all the difficult stuff at the bottom. Whole bunch of containers are getting filled up, but it's mostly just these, and these left, with a couple other ones mixed in. But yeah, like you'll still find the occasional one of these thingamabobs and stuff like that. But yeah, overall, it is finally was able to put the containers back to their original spots for the most part. But yeah, lots left, but I got to start pulling orders now, and I'm definitely not going to be able to finish this today. But then hopefully sometime tomorrow, I should be able to finish up with all of these round parts, and then can get back to listing. Just sold these parts here, and so they sold for $16 for just total for just these 6 bricks. So that was a nice sale. The overtime. Sold a couple of things from the eBay room again. First was Soul Calibur 4. Trying to find where it is. So this one here, sold it for $4.49 plus shipping on top. And then sold this one here. It was just a random car kit thing that I got at a thrift store the one time for a couple bucks or whatever. And I listed it with all the different stuff, saying that it might be incomplete, see photos, all that fun stuff. And it sold for $10 plus shipping. It didn't sell for too much, but that's fine. But yeah, this finally sold. I've had this for sale for a very long time. And wonder if it's got the MSRP on there. Don't think so. I'm pretty sure this is just a random thing from like AliExpress or something like that. But yeah, either way, sold 2 things out of the eBay room again. But yeah, interesting thing happened last night. I was just watching a show, and then all of a sudden, excuse me, I opened up my email, and then I got one email from PayPal saying new phone number added to your account, another email saying new bank added to your PayPal account, and then there's like 2 or 3 others. I don't remember what they were. Oh yeah, one of them was like you're setting up a business account or something. I don't know. So then I looked, and somehow someone logged into my PayPal account, added their phone number, and was in the process of adding another bank account. They never really actually did anything to my PayPal account. All they did was transfer funds from my USD wallet to my CAD wallet. So if there was an exchange fee of a small percent, that's all that would have happened. But I would have done that eventually anyways, so that wasn't a big deal. And then they withdrew $99.99 from my bank account to my PayPal account. But yeah, they didn't actually end up doing anything other than that, so no harm, I guess. But it's really weird because they've got 2-factor authentication, but they still somehow signed into it without me getting a single text message from PayPal. So it happened at 2:30 in the morning. I'm assuming they thought that I was sleeping at that time, like most people in my time zone. But joke's on them. I was still wide awake. So within 10 minutes of them adding the phone number and their bank account to my PayPal account, I had already completely reset every single password. deleted all trusted devices, logged out of all signed-in accounts, downloaded the third-party authenticator app, and set up third-party authentication. So every time you log into PayPal, which you have to do each and every single time you open up the thing, you now have to get one of those 6 or so digit codes that resets every 30 seconds. So that hopefully will prevent that a little bit now. But yeah, it's just really weird how they did that, because I've heard of things like SIM swapping and stuff like that, but I'm pretty sure if someone were to get a hold of like by calling up the SIM company to copy my SIM onto a new device and stuff like that, I'm pretty sure mine wouldn't still work, because when I tried signing into PayPal, I still had to go through the 2FA, which I got the text message for and everything like that. So I'm still really confused how that happened, and I'm also really confused how it never triggered any of PayPal's flags that Olsen, as a Canadian PayPal account holder, that I wanted to open up a random city bank from the United States. I can't remember what postal code it was. I want to say it was like North Dakota or something. Not postal code. It had like the state next to it. I think it was like North Dakota or something like that. Or I might be completely off in the state, but it was just a random bank in the States. So I'm not sure why that didn't raise a single red flag. But yeah, they're still in the processing phase where they had to verify their bank with 2 micro deposits. So I'm not sure exactly how long that takes, but definitely possible that if I had been asleep like most people, that by the morning they would have been able to verify their account and take some money. But joke's on them again, because I'm too broke. I didn't have that much money. I had like $200 in my PayPal account, and I think my normal bank account only had like $100 or $200 before it would be overdrawn. So it's not like they could have done that much damage, because I usually don't keep much in the accounts, because I always buy something to part out or for new inventory as soon as I can. So it's not like they could have done much. But yeah, it's just really weird how they somehow gained access to my PayPal account, even though I had 2-factor authentication. But hopefully that's all been resolved now. But yeah, it's just really puzzling how it all happened. But anyways, it's time to ship orders out. And then later today, I'm getting some shelves in the mail, which I need to install in my room. So that will prevent work from being done a little bit. And then I'm only getting 2 of the 3 packages today. One of them was delayed, so that will be a couple days. So it won't take too long, but that means that in a couple days I'll also not be able to work for a little bit again while I install the final shelves. But yeah, just thought I'd give an update on that, because it's funny. So after checking a little bit, the phone number from the account that tried to take my PayPal stuff is from the Philippines. There's a +63 on the phone number, and then the bank was Citibank NA. I thought NA was for a state in the United States, although I couldn't remember what state it was, because apparently that's not a real state abbreviation. But it's just the name of the bank. It's Citibank NA, not Citibank and then NA standing for something. But yeah, just thought that was a bit interesting. So with the 2 Ninjago minifigure dimensions added, it is now below 250 for the almost 16,000 minifigures on Bricklink. Only 249 are missing dimensions, and most of those are Duplo. Safety. Just sold the first golden Oni Lloyd for $30. Yogurt time. Just getting Roomba downstairs finally, because I had forgotten for quite a while. And it's been like a month or so. So that should hopefully clean up the basement a little bit. But yeah, this is the end of the vlog. I couldn't really get any of that stuff sorted last night again, because I finally put up most of the shelves in my room. Still waiting on a few more shelves, so there'll be a little while for that. Some of this stuff fell out of the one drawer this morning, I was told, because one of the drawers was open and then it was closed, and then a whole bunch of stuff fell out. Probably because I overfilled this drawer entirely way too much beyond what it's physically capable of holding. So it's kind of pushing out the back a little or something like that. So let's see what it looks like. Yeah, it's kind of looking like that there. So that's just that, but it's a problem for another day. So the drawer is closed now, so there's nothing to worry about. But yeah, this is the end of the vlog. So thank you for watching if you got this far. The day is a Saturday, so the next vlog should be out on Wednesday.